how those visits or review of these mosques did not only look at the mosque as a religious building, but also as a civic structure. This allows for a whole new kind of knowledge production around Islamic monuments.
Also, Al Fozan Award with its yearly calendar and contribution in the society. Nowadays, it's enhancing our understanding about the mosque and about the identity and how mosque is not only an static building.
The award for mosque architecture is an eye-opener. It's also an opportunity for a sensitization and challenging people to begin to think outside the norms of architecture, mosque architecture.
I think that Al Fozan Award promotes design excellence in mosque architecture. It looks beyond beauty and aesthetics to highlight each mosque within its cultural and social context. Through the process, it emphasizes the balance between sustainability, functionality, spirituality, technology.
Al Fozan Award can propose and shows another possibility and fresh ideas. That's why it has substantial impact on this design field.
I think that Al Fozan Award is doing a magnificent job in collecting and recognizing and enhancing the diversity of cultural expressions behind mosque architectures.
The award is focused on awarding buildings, but also it sets guidelines for the future mosque architecture and the present architecture of the mosque.
When we personally won the fourth cycle, we were approached by a lot of communities that wanted to design more contemporary, more landscaped type of mosque, which I think the success of that way of moving forward was the Al Fozan Awards, because once people know what it's about and how important designing a mosque is outside the traditional realm, makes a really big impact on communities abroad saying, well, this is what we want as well. So the Al Fozan Award technically has woken people up and wanting something that is more, in line with technology, something that's in line with how mosques work with community spaces. It also helps the communities understand that a mosque is not just a dome and a minaret, it's a lot more than that.
As a technical reviewer, we have to be objective, unbiased, and be very specific in explaining what makes the architecture of the mosque creative, innovative, so that people from other countries can learn some of the lessons that can be applicable to their contexts. And I think spreading out this knowledge is one of the important things that Al Fozan have been successfully done in the past few years.
If I have to summarize it, the award itself will serve the architects communities around the world to have what we call as a reference, a book reference of what's going on in terms of the architecture of mosques around the world and how can we innovate in every aspect while preserving the traditional, cultural and spiritual role of the mosque.
I would like to just point out that there are certain experiments in certain regions in the world which have most probably benefited from the exposure that the award has produced, namely Bangladesh. So the Bangladesh experiment is very interesting. Out of all the other countries in the Islamic country, they have produced very important experiments to reimagine the future of the mosque. A mosque which has a new way of translating the way in which Islamic worship would be, but still related both to place and to history, and also extremely sustainable.
Al Fozan Award for Mosque Architecture, it triggers the communication, it creates the platform for communication, for the exchange of ideas, and what is critically important is that it goes beyond the borders. There are no limitations to culture or to a geographic location. This award unites the mosques globally.
And in conclusion, I think Al Fozan Award is shaping the dialogue, and by shaping the dialogue I mean it encourages a dialogue of framing what mosque architecture is, and that it is more than a prayer hall but rather a community hub that is integrated in the surrounding.